I'm Susie. I am Butterfly Warrior. And I chose the name because I'm a warrior, obviously. Excuse my hair. And I love butterflies because of the transformation. Because I feel like that represents my journey, who I am and what I'm about. I'm about. I've been learning how to transform myself. I don't know if that sounds right, but I am. I've been on a long journey of transformation, of healing, of learning. I'm turning 42 this coming week. Did I say 32? 42. I don't know if I look it at the moment. I usually get told I look at least 10 years younger, but depends on the day. And I hate my birthday because my last birthday was really shit. Well, it was good. I mean, I did something good for myself and I was surrounded with good people for 5 hours of it. But, it was, that was only a week before, my relationship ended, and obviously, if you've listened to my song Phoenix, it's partly about that. I was in a really bad relationship that kind of mirrored a lot of my mother's behaviors. My ex-partner, I didn't want to see that. She reminded me of my mom. And I saw it, well, since it ended, as you do, you go back and revisit it all and, unpack all that, and, realised I kind of married someone who, was very similar to my mum, even though my ex was more of a masculine female, but my mum, well, she was more feminine, but just nasty, nasty person. And my mum, I've always felt like that she was very jealous of me from a young age, which came out, and I have some fucked up memories. But she was, her, like, everything she said, there was always a put down, and everything she did, there was always some hidden meaning behind it. There was a lot of conflicting and things. Like, it was a very confusing childhood. Boundary. Yeah, there were no boundaries. I mean, there were. I don't know. There were rules, I'm sure. Disguised. Well, but it was just it was just a mess. It was just fucked. And just being in her energy. Her energy was, it was dark, and it was heavy. Just being around her, and she didn't have to say anything or do anything, just her energy. She was like a really dark storm cloud, and that, just being around that, was enough to bring me to tears, and just made me so uncomfortable that I couldn't cope. Plus that, coupled with all the all the experiences, and all the knowing what that means, knowing eventually she's gonna blow up, but like, even when she was nice, or even when the house was quiet, that was probably scarier, because then you didn't see it coming. You didn't know what was coming. At least when she was a storm cloud, you knew to stay out of her way. You knew what was going to happen. But when she was nice, or when it was quiet, those were the scariest moments. And that's why I struggled for a long time to being quiet. I couldn't do it. And in this relationship, I couldn't handle quiet, because she was the same. She was very similar to my mum. Just being around her, I could feel when something wasn't right. But anytime I asked her if she was okay, and it would be, oh yeah, I'm fine. You're reading too much into things. But and when you're constantly told all that stuff, you doubt yourself. And when you've been taught to doubt yourself time and time again, you get used to that narrative, and you get familiar with that. It must be me, or I must be reading it too much into things, or maybe I need to go to the doctor and get some pills, or but I finally know I was never reading too much into anything. I was seeing exactly what was there. I was feeling exactly what was there. I was just taught to ignore my gut feelings. I was taught to ignore what I know deep within me. And I have finally learned to start listening to myself again, and to start trusting myself again. I feel like I'm finally a lot of throat chakra work. I feel like I'm finally back in control of myself and my body, and my life, and who I am, and what I want. And I know, to the outside, to anyone who's seen my physical world crumble. You know, lost my job, so I'm unemployed. You know, obviously the relationship. I no longer have a house. My stuff is at my friend's place, and I am currently living in my car because I just, you know, don't want to live with anybody at the moment, and I kind of, I don't know, I'm enjoying living in my car right now. You know, it's cramped and it's got its challenges, but you know me, I love a challenge. It's where I thrive. So I'm having a great time learning new things and doing things I never would have thought I would do. I never thought I would be living in a car. I never thought I would be peeing in a cup. Or like bathing out of a bucket. I didn't think you could live out of a Subi, but you can. Like, you know, it's Subaru Impreza hatchback. It's a small car, but I am in it with my 2 cats. And they're enjoying all the birds. But what was I saying? I don't know. Yeah, my life fell to pieces, like physically and, you know, emotionally. I've been going through it. But to those who are out of touch with their emotions and out of touch with their bodies, someone who's emotional, to them looks like out of control. To them looks like, oh, that's not okay. But that is just them projecting because they feel insecure about expressing their emotions, because they obviously have a lot of work to do on that. But you know, anyone who's on this journey, you know, it doesn't matter what your physical world looks like. You know yourself, where you're at. And I am the best I've ever been in my life. And, you know, I'm technically homeless. I am jobless, I am single, and I'm living in my car with 2 cats, which is, yeah, not always great. Willow, get off the dash. Distracted by the birds. Oi! You remember what happened last time? But yeah, I feel really good. I do. I feel good in myself. I finished rewriting a song today, and you know, I didn't have the courage to write it the way it needed to be written when I wrote it in June. Because I was so afraid of what people would think. And today, when I finished writing it and I did the video and I posted it straight on YouTube, I was like, yes. Actually haven't had the thought of what do people think, like, or if I did, it was like really quiet. You know, nothing like what it's been before, because I feel it. I mean, maybe because I'm feeling good. I mean, you know, tomorrow might have been a different story if I waited, but yeah, I'm finally here. You know, I've just, you know, my true self was hidden underneath all these layers of all, you know, all the shit that, you know, that gets piled on you through life and through, you know, abuse and trauma and all the fucking shit. But then the thing is, yeah, when you're healing, you're not reclaiming who you were before, because you can't. I mean, I'm reclaiming myself, but I'm a new person. I'm the me that I was always meant to be. Like, I was always this. I just had to, you know, I was in all these experiences. Yeah, I used to think, you know, there was a time when I would have gone back in time and changed things, because the living with the pain of and the memories of the shit that I went through was too much, and I couldn't bear it. But yeah, eventually I've learned that the pain it's not bad, and it's not something to be afraid of. It's something to learn from. Pain is a teacher. You know, it teaches us things. You know, we can teach ourselves how to recover, teach ourselves how to grow. And, you know, we can make the pain a part of us. It's one of my favourite movies about emotions is Inside Out. I think it explains it beautifully, that, you know, we think that we're meant to be happy all the time. You know, we think we're meant to be that, you know, when we're healed, you know, we're going to be all light and love and laughter and woo, puppies and rainbows. But you know, that's not the truth, and that's unrealistic, and that's not what healing is about. It's about embracing all of our parts. In that movie, Joy kept trying to stop sadness from affecting the memories, because she didn't understand the beauty of sadness. But sadness isn't a bad thing. It's good to be sad. It's important. We need it. We need to be sad. We need to be angry. You know, sometimes we need to be afraid. There are definitely situations in life that we should be afraid of. But when fear takes control, it can be really harmful. And I've been doing a lot of work on trying to break free from the holds of fear, because it ran my life for the longest time, and it held me back. It stopped me from you know, doing the work that I need to do to get to where I am, and I'm where I am because I started to let go. Like I started to, well, the first step obviously is acknowledgement, acknowledging and understanding fear. Fear tries to keep us small to protect us, but when your nervous system is in overdrive because of trauma, PTSD, whatever it is, you're constantly in fight or flight. Fear, it just makes every situation a danger. Like, having a conversation with someone, it can, go crazy with, oh, what do they think, what do I need to do, blah, blah, like, what I'm talking about. And I've also learned that our brains lie to us, because I used to think that my thoughts were truth. I thought that they were, so I don't need to listen to them. But, thoughts can, brains can lie to us. Especially with the whole fight or flight thing, fear just, goes crazy. But, where was I? We need to feel our emotions. It's important. And my brain's hit a wall. So that's that for my ramble. I started by trying to explain what Butterfly Warrior is about, and well, I want to share my wisdom and knowledge with you, and also just lead by example. Like, if I can battle all the shit that I've been through and come out the other side and be okay, and be living my best life, homeless and jobless and single, in my little car, you can do anything. And it just comes down to believing in yourself, which it's just about knowing yourself and accepting yourself and just being in the present. Let go of this thing and just, listen to your heart, listen to your gut, listen to your body, listen to nature. And I'm just here to, I think it's very validating to see someone else who's on the same path as you, to hear them going through the same struggles that you are going through, and to know that you're not alone. I think that's really important to me, because I went through a lot of the stuff that I went through alone, but like, even just seeing posts online, or watching a movie, or hearing a song, stuff like that, it really helps to let you know that you're not alone, to know that someone else has experienced what you're experiencing, I think it's so helpful to know that it's not in your head, and and you're not alone, and you are loved, and everything is gonna be okay. And you're enough, and just take a deep breath and find something that lights you up, something that just brings you joy, and it's just for you, not for anybody else. Just do something that lights you up from the inside and makes you feel like you. Yeah. Love you.